most people are wondering, well, how long is it going to take for my money to double? And the rule of 72 is a really key one. And it's just really a back of the napkin math. It gets you kind of an idea of how long is it going to take for my money to double. And all you simply do is you take the number 72 and divide it by your estimated interest rate or rate of return. So for simple math, if we say 7% rate of return is what your investment might grow at, that means that what you put into the account will double in approximately 10 years. So if you have $20,000 and you say, well, how long is it going to take for my $20,000 to become $40,000? Well, at 7% rate of return, that means your account will be worth roughly $40,000 in about 10 years, which is pretty cool. That's without adding any extra dollars. That's just getting a rate of return and growing the dollars as we go. Now, how does this work in real life? So let's just say we had $7,000 per year to invest, and we're going to use a Roth IRA. Why we use a Roth IRA, that maybe shoots off another stream. I can address that if that's a question people want to talk about, but it's a pretty powerful account. And let's just say from the time you graduate college until you retire, using a hypothetical 8% rate of return from age 22 to age 62, you'd have $1.8 million. All right, and that's over a 40-year stretch, just putting $7,000 a year. Now, the kicker is, let's think through this. At 40 years, how much have you put in yourself in this context? Well, that number is only $280,000, right? So $7,000 times 40 years, that's only $280,000 of your own money. And so that means that roughly $1.5 million in this scenario is the growth of your account. And so that, my friends, is the real life example of the power of compound interest. And so this is why we want to start early. We want to start early and invest often. And even through these crazy economic times, and like I said, there's a lot of people that are worried about various tariffs and various things going on in the government. And I can understand various people's concerns on that. But the key is to just start investing and to stay invested. And it's really not till the end that you start to see the power of compounding. And the next actually example is going to be the one that really kind of drives this point home. So if we think about the early investment advantage, and again, if you're not young anymore, that's okay. I think the power is, can we start today? The more we can do now, the more your future self is going to thank you. And so the biggest asset, if you are young, is time. And the power of compound interest is the big key. So starting early. So if we take the same numbers, we say $7,000 per year, we have two examples of two hypothetical people. The first person took the $7,000 they started right after they graduated college, and they put $7,000 a year from age 22 to age 32. And then let's just say in this example, at age 32, something happened. They got sick or whatever, and they couldn't invest a single extra dollar beyond age 32. The second example is a very common one. We graduate college, we have $7,000 to invest, but we decide we're just going to spend it. We're going to travel. We're going to not really, put the money away for the future. And then by the time we get to about 32, we say, hey, we better get our stuff together. I'm going to start investing. And we do the $7,000 per year in our Roth IRA from age 32 to 62. So that's 30 years of investing compared to the first person that did only 10 years. In scenario one, again, at age 22, we put the $7,000 per year. At age 32, that amount's going to actually grow to about $100,000. And then if we didn't put a single other dime in and we get, approximately 8% rate of return, that number is actually going to grow from 32 to 62 to $1 million. So you put in 70,000 of your own money and it grows to $1 million. Now, the key is, what would you have in scenario two, right? So we said we had $7,000 to invest, but we didn't start until age 32, but we did it for 30 years. Well, again, age 22, we had zero. Age 32, we had zero. And by 62, we actually only have $793,000 in this scenario. But you contributed, the kicker is you contributed $210,000 to get less. Now, why? Well, it's compounding, right? So the extra 10 years that you had to get that dollars doubling, right? We think back to the penny example. The whole purpose of this whole thing is, right, the penny said we're going to double every single day for 30 days. Well, the whole point of the compounding piece is you want to try to get how many doubling periods can you get in your life? And the sooner you start, the more periods of time you have for that doubling to occur. So again, you start early, invest for 10 years, and then stop. You're going to actually end up with more money than the person that waited 10 years and invested longer, put more money in, again, because of the power of time and compounding. And it is just an unbelievably powerful process. So again, investing early and often is the key. Okay, so that kind of takes me, I believe, to the end of my just kind of scheduled presentation. Thank you for anybody that stopped by to check in, testing out the